Hi, this is Ranella from Eligier Sports Academy. How you doing, parents and athletes? So I want you to save these dates, please. June 17 to June 21. It's going to be at Graham Middle School from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. And this workshop is specifically for athletes and parents, actually for everybody. And the topic will be simply how to be a winner for life. So what is the winner for life? Well, I believe the key to winning for life is based on these three aspects of conditioning. Also, part of being a peak performer in a peak performance state, you have a body conditioning, technical conditioning, and mental conditioning to be in the zone, to be part of the awareness. My own honest opinion is simply that the mental conditioning is the foundation for everything. Why? Because in terms of the mind-body continuum, if the mind is weak, the body will be weak. The mind is strong, the body will be strong. So I train your kids in regards to the body conditioning to avoid injuries, to make them more stronger, to make them more faster, to give them different types of exercises, to get all these skill set as well. And not only that, also helping in terms of mental visualization and meditation. The technical conditioning is simply based on their experience when it comes to their own sport. That's might be volleyball, tennis, basketball, or martial arts in general. And that's the skill set that they need to keep on practicing if they want to be better. On the other hand, in my opinion, what's lacking is simply the mental game component, the mindset aspect. So for 5 days, I will be going through everything from top to bottom. Why is it only 3 hours a day? Well, I believe, research shows and in terms of scientific shows that the human mind can only focus for 45 minutes at a time. Dogs actually can only focus around 5 seconds at a time. So to do it 3 hours a day is more than ample, than good enough, because if I'm going to do the whole day, it won't go in. And as part of the physiological component, we can only absorb a certain amount of information at a time. So, and hence, that's why it's a 3-hour-a-day workshop. So what are they going to learn? What are you going to learn? Well, if you're going to attend this workshop, well, you're going to learn more about, or they're going to learn more about themselves in regards to the being, the self. Who am I really? So who are you really? So have you even questioned yourself? So why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel anxious? Why do I feel depression? Why do I feel depressed? Or why do I feel a lack of confidence or the lack of something? So we're going to go through all that. I'm going to explain basically in detail. I'm going to explain the be do have principle. The being, which is the self, in my opinion, is the pinnacle of everything. The having, in terms of winning, it's not about winning. It's not about losing either. So if you do the process correctly, then you will win, whether if winning through sport or winning through life. The second, I believe, is a secret formula to winning. And I'm going to go through that on the step-by-step process. The values, why it's so important. And the reason being is because your value system is your driving force for motivation, which is also in conjunction with your belief systems. A belief system is simply this, that when you have an experience and all basically happened in the past, you create it to be true, then you create a belief system, whether from the present moment, you bring that in the future, and that future becomes now the past. And that belief system will either create a limiting that will impede your success for the future, or will see your support, your success in the future. So I will go through that very basically in detail and finding the root causes of those belief systems. I'm going to also explain the 6 human needs. Abraham Maslow, who is one of the pioneers of psychology, created the 4 sets of human needs. And then Anthony Robbins basically expanded that and created the 6 human needs and why it's important. I'm going to go through the power of thoughts. So awareness is the key to everything. So the question there is, how can you then be aware of your thoughts? And then through there, part of the awareness of thought is to going through eliminating the ego and accepting the self. So once the self is being accepted, the ego basically goes away. Ego is simply things such as the righteousness aspect. I know I'm right. I said, no, you're not going to do this. Anger, fear, all the negative emotional component comes from a negative state of thought, which is actually part of the ego. So I'm going to go through all that. How to control your negative emotions. So the depression component, the fear component, the anxiety, the lack of confidence, the sadness, the anger. So what causes all these negative emotions? How can you control that, especially when competing? Not just in a competitive component, but also on a day-to-day basis. How can your kids more react to you as a parent, or you as a parent react to your kids? Because it's a component of both, right? I'm going to discuss about cognitive biasness that creates perception. I'm going to discuss in regards to how you can unleash your inner power that for so long maybe you have not diminished your inner sense of power, but at the same time, there is a sense of, I call it the onion principle. Well, the onion principle is simply this, that every experience that you have created yourself, even part of the limitation you create, is simply a belief. And then through there, all of a sudden, everything that has been instilled inside of you when you were born has now been suppressed. So how can you now unleash that to make it now go over it? Right? So I'm going to discuss that a little bit more in detail. So you as a parent and your child will be able to understand how you can be in a peak performance state, whether you're a parent or you're an athlete or non-athlete, right, on a day-to-day basis, and definitely much more. So when is going to be and where? Well, like I said, it's going to be at Graham Middle School, June 17 to June 21. Please save those dates, as I want your kids to attend this very important workshop. It will actually also help me as a coach, as a mentor for your kids, and also to inspire other kids out there who are also experiencing fear, anxiety, or the lack of something, depression, right? Or just be better themselves, not just an athlete, but as a human being. So it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Graham Middle School. So the cost will be this. Since you guys are already members and I train your kids privately, just simply to pay for the costs and not much of a profit, right? I'm not profiting from this. It's simply just $99 just to pay for the classroom, to pay for the facilities for the whole 5 days. Non-members, on the other hand, is $4.99. So make it this way. To make it easier, if you bring a friend, if your kids will bring somebody, then they will come in for free, and then their friend will just pay $499 basically for my time and for the knowledge that basically I've accumulated for the past 35 years. Or not just as an elite athlete, but also learning from world champions, Olympians, in terms of their mindset, also going through my self-development courses about my spirituality. So all of these things plays a big role. All right, so my personal guarantee is this. Your kids will see things differently. They will be a new person after the 5 days. They will see their outside world differently. They will see training differently. They will see people differently. They will see you as a parent differently, and they will compete differently. So if there is that change, if I could just change the way how they think, then for me, I believe I've done my job in this lifetime. If I can also change your way of thinking as a parent and to see things differently to your kids, to your partners, to your loved ones, to people around you, then also done my job. All right, guys, this is basically for everybody. If you can make it, that's great. But at the same time, for your child it's very important for your child to attend this workshop. All right, take care until next time. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.